it would be a bit weird pulling these out of the party.
Probably report them to the ethics committee, to be fair.
It's so tiny.
Automatically rejected, and rightly so.
Some people probably find it quite suspicious.
I could probably bludgeon someone to death with it. This is like my absolute favorite item that I own. A lot of people can't guess what this is, so I guess I'll show you before spoiling it. But these are my clip-ons for my sunglasses.
I have my Aura ring. I always wanted to track my stress level, sleep, but I feel like a lot of the tech out there is quite bulky, or you have like the watches. I really like wearing rings, so it kind of goes with my personality. I like my tech to be very in the background, not flashy.
And this is a stem player designed by Teenage Engineering. Essentially, put a song on it, and then that's split into 4 tracks, and then you can individually control those tracks. So like this, 1 track would be playing, 2 tracks, half of 3, that sort of thing. And then the cool thing with this is you turn it sideways and put it into advanced mode, and you can then make beats with it, remix music, put effects on it.
This guy is a super cute little stool called the Peeper stool, because it has these little eyes that look at you. It's spun from aluminium, so it's one piece, and it's pretty lightweight, so you can actually carry it. So it could be considered daily carry. But I keep it at work next to my desk so that there's somewhere for people to sit when they're like looking over my shoulder, so they don't have to pinch someone else's chair, which usually leads to sort of, combat in the office.
It feels really refreshing to have a piece of tech that it's so tiny and you can just listen to music and be disconnected. It's also much more effort than you would put into downloading the music, than connecting to your iPod and transferring that music into it. While now you just click it, it's there. With the iPod, you had to be like really intentional. It's also a bit of a time capsule for me because I have not updated it since 2018. Just release my inner teen angst.
This is just like the best mouse out there for CADing, so 3D modeling. There are at least 8 different buttons that are completely reconfigurable. You can assign each of these to different functions and features on your CAD software. Anyone that doesn't use an MX Master 3 has no credibility in my eyes. It's actually an interview question I ask in my interview process, asking them for what gear they have. Obviously, if it's not an MX Master 3, they are automatically rejected, and rightly so. Anyone who uses a trackpad for CADing should get fired. I'd probably report them to the ethics committee, to be fair. It is like a breach of trust that is just exceptional. The Magic Mouse for CADing, the one without the roller, absolutely terrible as well. I don't trust those people.
This is a 3D Connection mouse. It's a classic CAD mouse. It's got all the buttons that you might want, like lots of configurable buttons and things. Very practical, so you don't even have to move. You can just be like this. You don't even have to touch the keyboard.
Here we got these guys from Cube World. 2 little characters that live on a cube, and then when you put them together, they can interact with people. Iconic toy at this point. I think it would be so cool if someone did a modern day series, and these things had like crazy processing power, and they could actually like interact, and like almost when you ask Siri a question, these guys come along and say hi. Someone should relaunch these.
This is an ephemeris. It's basically an astrological notebook. I like to follow this stuff. I find it really interesting, but I'm also a skeptic at the same time. So I think I got this book to kind of decide for once and for all if this stuff is bull or not.
The next item on the list, my M-Stand water bottle, corrugated stainless steel for durability. It's incredibly durable, indestructible. In fact, I'm sure a London bus could roll over it, it would still be intact. They would probably not let me on a plane with this. I could probably bludgeon someone to death with it.
Okay, so next, my camera. I feel when you turn up with a camera at a function and you want to just take a silly picture of what you order on the table, people take you more seriously, because I always like to take pictures of the food and people are just like, oh my God, just get it done and over with. But when you get out a camera, you're like, oh, I'm actually a professional. But yeah, that's probably just in my head.
This is a Casio XLM, super small. It used to be nicknamed the card camera. 2 megapixels, fits in my pocket. It's got a new battery in it, so it lasts for like a week if I'm taking photos every day. And then the reason I've started using it again is AI upscaling has gotten good enough that I can now basically just take whatever picture I want with it really quickly, take it to a party, put it in people's face, no one really gets upset. It's not a phone, which can be a bit weird. It's not a huge DSLR. And then I can take a 2 megapixel camera with a lot of character, soul, grain, color, and then put it through Lightroom, turn it into a 4K image that I can then post, print, whatever I want.
I've been excited to tell you all about this particular bit of gear. It is mostly made from recycled polyamide and polyester, so environmentally conscious. So many features. I mean, for me, the most important ones, we've got 2 ice axe holders, so this is really crucial to navigate the London Underground.
I think these guys are called Douche Bag, and it's got a side access for your laptop, which whoever designed that didn't think about me being really easily distracted, so I put my laptop in and then drop it out of there quite often. So thanks for that. So yeah, that's my bag.
It would be a bit weird pulling these out of the party. This is a tweezer set with super fine point tweezers for placing and moving, again in super tiny assemblies. Your fingers are too fat for that.
Meanwhile,
An internal pocket for avalanche detection gear, rope holders, there are little pouches.
So this is a jeweler's loupe,
Okay, that's history right there, you understand?
like a mini magnifying glass basically. I used it for looking at like connectors and where their pins bent, if there was sometimes something not working. Often you can look into the connector and shine a light in there and see.
For me, this was the first product that I think made me feel the same way that a Walkman made my parents feel. I think when my parents saw the first Walkman, it was this feeling of, wow, that's something I want, and I want people to know that I have this sort of guilty, conspicuous consumption, I guess. So I do have earays. I have a yellow pair of earays, but I'm kind of saving my pair of earays for when these die.
Okay, so I've got 3 phones, which is, I guess, a little unusual. Some people probably find it quite suspicious. Day to day, personal phone is this iPhone 11, a 2A, which is a work phone. Now I've got this 3.
meanwhile,
It's got this motion V-frame right here that evenly distributes all of the load. It can be used in like very dynamic environments. Fantastic like load distribution around the shoulders.
I also got the opportunity to work on, especially on the glyph matrix, so that was an amazing experience. I stared at a 25 by 25 dot matrix for a really long time, and as I was working on it, the whole world kind of transformed into dot pixels.
meanwhile,
You can use this to attach a climbing rope. It is water repellent. I think that covers like most of what we have on the bag, I think.
It's done. Yes, Mr. Frodo. It's over now.
I feel prototyping is a big part of my job here at Nothing. A lot of the times when you show up to meetings, you're like, oh, I have this idea, I want to create this thing. But I feel there's this culture of like, don't tell me, show me. This is a swatch e-textile book that I made as a reference for different types of interactions within the context of wearables, e-textile, garments. E-textiles are basically electronic circuits, but put on fabric, on garments, things that you could integrate in the things you wear every day. Basically, this detects the pressure of my finger, so the harder you press, the more light it's gonna generate. It uses the same concept with the conductive thread and conductive tape and make the LEDs light up. The reason why I created all this is physical controls that we have in headphones or we have in phone. We could reimagine them within a textile concept, whether you want to have a sleeve where you could control the volume of the song or change to a different app, press stop or play.
This is a lovely bit of gear, way more expensive than it seems, and this allows us to go and measure like very precisely different thicknesses. So what we can do here actually as a live demo is really try to understand just how precise our friends were when they went to design these feeler gauges. So this right now is advertised as 1 millimeter. And what we get is 1.014 millimeters, so 14 microns off. It's not too bad. Someone didn't know me, saw my deli carry and tried to describe me as a person. I'd wonder if they would even kind of imagine me as a person. Like, this is incredibly robotic, very little personality or warmth in here in general. It's all kind of black and white and engineering. So they would probably picture me as an incredibly sad person, single, lives on his own, all of which are correct.